let's keep on going. Something less exciting.
We need something funny.
Something funny. I got a good joke for you. I got a good one. Yeah. So you remember Soulja Boy, right?
Soulja Boy, tell him.
You.
That was like a one-hit wonder like 15 years ago or something, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I heard
that
it on the
like when I was
radio
in
and I was
middle
like,
school
oh,
when that thing came out?
Yeah. So apparently, Soulja Boy thinks that he owns Atari.
Yeah.
Which is news to me because
this article is awesome, by the way. I caught this on Twitter. It was like somebody retweeted it or whatever, and I was like, wait, hold on. And I love that it starts out with random. Like random colon, rapper Soulja Boy claims he owns Atari. Atari doesn't agree. And I was like, okay, I have to read this.
Yeah.
The first word is enough.
Yeah, like this is great. So the story on this one, Soulja Boy, who, he had like a hit 15 years ago.
A hit, for sure.
A hit. And then if you know anything about him over the last few years, he's apparently he's just like a really big video game nerd, which that's cool, but he tried to release his own kind of like emulator consoles. But the problem being, it's like not only is this like a little handheld kind of console chock full of emulators, it was also chock full of copyrighted ROMs.
Yeah.
So
hugely illegal.
That probably didn't work in his favor. Then he tried to make a handheld that did the same thing. And it's like, you just don't get it, do you? So
you can't sell these things like that.
Yeah. So I know Yeezy B thinking he's the owner of Microsoft. I don't know what Yeezy means. So
that's Kanye.
Yeah. So with this, Soulja Boy put on social media that he just made a big deal with Atari, and he's super rich, and he now owns the company. And you're like, interesting. And then Atari actually did a little clarification on their social media outlets and basically said, we know that CEO of Atari is a dream job, but that honor currently belongs to Wade Rosen, who is the CEO of Atari. So it's like them saying, no, you're not the owner of Atari. I don't know what you're talking about, man.
All right. So what is the actual truth here?
Okay, so Soulja Boy does have some kind of a deal with Atari. Now, what it really is, we haven't seen yet, but I'm speculating. I'm gonna guess here, because when Atari came back and said it's actually Wade Rosen, he put another video out on social media blasting Atari. Like, how dare you guys? And it's full of expletives and racially sensitive slurs. So we're not gonna go.
So we'll
there,
link to it later.
Yeah. So it's basically him. It's him blasting Atari for not doing what they're supposed to be doing, and he has a contract, and the contract states that he owns the place now. I'm guessing that maybe Atari reached out to him for some kind of marketing deal. Like, Soulja Boy is going to go on his social media and talk about how great Atari is, or talk about how cool the VCS is, or something like that. His contract, which he actually puts in one of these videos, he took a screenshot of it and put it on the video. I'm thinking he doesn't understand the difference between what a stock share is and something else, because Atari apparently paid him in a bunch of Atari-owned cryptocurrency called Atari tokens. So probably to pay him for some kind of, maybe a cross-promotional deal, or like a marketing deal or something like that.
Some coin that has very little value to anyone else.
I believe, didn't you say earlier that one Atari token is 5 cents?
One Atari token currently in the market is 59 or 5 cents, 5.9 cents.
5.9 cents, so 6 cents. Okay, so he was paid in like a bunch of Atari token for this deal. And apparently that, I'm guessing maybe he thinks that those are shares of stock, and that maybe he's now like the majority owner of Atari or something like that.
I feel like that's how it was explained to him, that these tokens are like shares of stock,
Yeah.
And he took it as like, I own stock. Biatches.
I'm the majority owner of Atari. I now own Atari.
Yeah.
That's me. But yeah, I watched his rage video earlier this morning where he's just blasting Atari, and it's like, you kind of look like an idiot now, dude.
Yeah. How are you almost 30 years old and still look like you're 14?
The bad part is his birthday the day before mine.
Oh.
But yeah, this is, I just thought this was so funny, and I was like, we have to talk about this in the show.
Like, this is pretty bad.
This is fantastic. Yeah, like, this is awesome. So, Soulja Boy, I'm glad you're a video gamer, because we welcome everyone.
Yes.
You just need to turn it down a little, all right? Like, turn it down. Stop trying to sell copyrighted material, and understand that you don't actually own.
We don't need another Kanye West here.
Yeah.
Please no.
I mean, to be honest with you, like the one hit wonder thing, I give him props for staying relevant this long.
Mm-hmm.
But it's done with.
Yeah.
Man. I mean,
no fault on trying to keep business going. You know, but selling illegal stuff is already not good. And then now falsely saying that you own something when you just are ignorant to the facts is like, you just look stupid now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then not only that, but like we're all older now, and we went to work now. So you might want to follow us instead.
Whatever. It's all good.
All right. And in other news, Atari token is still at 50.5 cents.
Hold on. Let me log into my Coinbase real quick.
Yeah. By the way, we did the calculations of how many like shares he might get. Like he has a million of these tokens, and he pretty much clears out at like $50,000.
Which, hey, good for him.
Good. But that's what would be the going rate for somebody wanting to promote Atari, right?
If he had understood the entire situation from the get-go and said, yeah, Atari just paid me $50K in Atari tokens to do, like, I don't even know what the terms of the deal are. I'm assuming it's cross-promotion or some kind of marketing blitz.
Right.
If that's it, he starts talking, or he starts hyping up the Atari VCS or some upcoming game on social media to try to drag, to be like, paid advertisement, right?
Right.
Nobody would ever fault him for that.
No.
Nobody would ever they'd be like, hey, good for him. He just got a deal with Atari. He got $50K for, talking up this thing.
Yeah, that would have been enough. Job. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
the
now
way this all turned out is just like, this is laughable now. Yeah. Like, this dude's just embarrassing himself.
Yeah.